It's early February, and that means college baseball is back. Flagler opens the season with 4 at home against Lenoir-Rhyne. Saints baseball starts now. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the Peach Belt Conference Network, along with our producer, Laura Plexico. I'm Dave Wenda. Baseball is upon us. It feels a little early, feels a little chilly, but glad to have you with us, and glad to start with a 4 spot here at Drysdale Field. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Bears of Lenoir-Rhyne. Leading off and playing left field is number 23, Blake Bean. Playing catcher and batting second is number 8, Cole Stanford. Batting third, the DH, number 32, Sal Caricato. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 35, Tyler McPeak. In the 5-hole, it's the second baseman, number 13, Cole Laskowski. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 20, Zach Evans. Batting seventh and playing right field is number 14, Owen Blackledge. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 0, Bryce Stober. And batting ninth is the third baseman, number 3, Miller St. John. The Bears are coached by Chris Ramirez. Assistant coach is Adam Skaneski. The assistant is Micah Baumfeld. So the Bears will have to deal with Daniel Fisher. Fisher is a redshirt junior out of Sewanee, Georgia. 5'11", 165, a lefty. And leading things off is Blake Bean. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. That one's fouled back out of play, evening the count at a ball and a strike. Now 2-1. Grounded sharply to Burke at second, knocks it down, and there's one away. Weather here in St. Augustine, it's currently 65, sunny, almost no wind to speak of, and stepping in is Cole Stanford, the catcher. One ball and one strike. Popped up into short center field. Drifting over is Bryce Fitzgerald, and there are 2 gone here in the first inning. Brings up the designated hitter, Sal Caricato. One 0 pitch is in there for a strike. One is hammered to deep left center, and that's going to get out of here for a solo home run, no doubt about it. Caricato gets into one, And the Bears have the 1-0 lead. That brings up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Tyler McPeak. Foul tipped. 1-1 is the count. McPeak, a graduate student, transfer from Campbell University. Two balls and one strike. McPeak is a preseason All-SAC first team selection. 3-1 is fouled back and the count runs full. Here's the payoff. Last year, McPeak hit .349, scored 45 runs, picked up 67 hits, a team-high 18 home runs, and he's on base with a walk. That brings up the second baseman, Cole Laskowski. Fisher pumps in a strike. That one bounces in front of the plate. Laskowski, a redshirt junior from New York, transfer from Niagara County Community College. Off-speed pitch is in for strike two. One ball, two strikes. Laskowski, also a preseason first team pick in the SAC. Here's the 2-2. The runner breaks, and the strikeout ends the inning, but not before a home run from Caratato makes it 1-0 Bears. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Lenoir-Rhyne. Trey Newland leads things off for the Saints. Speedy left fielder. Played a lot of center the last couple of years. But now we'll move over to left. Bryce Fitzgerald taking over the primary responsibilities in center field. The 0-1 dribbled to second. Newland might have the wheels to beat that out, but a nice play by Liskowski. And there's one away here in the bottom of the first. Speaking of wheels, here's Mason Gray. He was having an outstanding 2023 before an injury sidelined him for much of the season. It was just announced yesterday that head coach Dave Barnett will retire at season's end. That one's foul. Barnett entering his 37th season as the head coach here at Flagler, his alma mater, one of his alma maters. 1-2 is the count to Gray. Ground ball to short, and Gray beats it out. Coach Barnett with 1,025 wins. That puts him in the top 20 all-time in Division II. And here's Luke Wellborn, the first baseman. Gray as well as Newland, always a threat to steal. Saints are facing off against starter Joshua Lanham. Trying to keep Gray close over at first. And a base hit into right field. Gray will stop at second, and the Saints have a couple runners aboard with one out. Brings up the cleanup hitter, third baseman, Taylor Clapp. Timeout is called. Breaking pitch to Clapp. It's in there for a strike. Clapp, junior from West Palm Beach. .237 hitter a year ago. Started 46 of the 47 games he appeared in. Throw behind the runner Gray. 1-1, big swing from Clapp. And he's behind in the count 1-2. And Clapp is gone with another mighty cut. 2 away, and that brings up Bryce Fitzgerald, the center fielder. Good-looking breaking pitch from Lanham. Hard hit into left, and this is going to get down for extra bases. Goes all the way to the track. Gray is home with the tying run on the RBI double from Fitzgerald. Well, the Saints have pounded out 3 hits in this opening frame. And they've drawn even 1-1. There's Jesse Sullivan, the DH. Big swing from Sullivan, the freshman out of Jupiter, Florida. Popped up on the infield. This should end the inning. The Saints even it up. 1-1 as we head to the second. Pitcher. Top of the second. The batter is the shortstop, Zach Evans. Fifth season in Hickory, North Carolina for head coach Chris Ramirez. Last year, the Bears went 38-16, 15-9 in their conference. There's a strike from Fisher. Prior to taking over at Lenoir-Rhyne, Ramirez was the head coach at Illinois Springfield. Led them to a couple of super regionals. Count has run full. And Fisher battles back from a 3-0 count to strike out Evans. Second strikeout of the game for Daniel Fisher. Brings up the right fielder, Owen Blackledge. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Sharply hit, and that's a single for Blackledge. That sends Bryce Stober to the plate. Stober pops one up on the infield, easy for Gray. And now the number 9 hitter, Miller St. John, the third baseman.
Number 3, third baseman, Miller St. John.
Fly ball to left. Settling under it is Newland. So a hit, but no run. Still 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second. And the Saints will send 7, 8, and 9. Matthew Burke, Jackson Wentworth, and Riley Fitzgerald to the plate to face Lanham. First up, the senior Burke. Steady second baseman is behind in the count 0-2. Just stays alive, gets a piece of it. 2 years ago, Burke was a second-team All-PBC selection. Dropped off a little bit last season, hitting just .264 after a .297 clip in 2022. The 0-2 checked his swing. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounded foul. Burke out of Texas, Kingwood, Texas. Played his entire career here at Flagler. Didn't play much as a freshman. 5 games, 3 starts before the season was cut short because of the pandemic, and he strikes out in his first at-bat of the 2024 season. Brings up Jackson Wentworth. Wentworth is thrown out, and there are 2 away. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Riley Fitzgerald, the right fielder. Fouled out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks at strike 2. And this one lifted into short left field, and it drops for a 2-out base hit. Back to the top of the order, and Trey Newland. Newland, a senior from Lake Worth, Florida, transfer from Prince George's Community College. Played in 46 games a year ago with 45 starts. Was 3rd on the team in batting average with the .317 mark. Led the Saints with 27 stolen bases a season ago. He and Mason Gray are really the table setters atop this lineup, and they can both fly. Two balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch is low. 3 balls and a strike. Newland grounded out to second his first time up. Three one, took a big cut at it. 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. So there are 2 Saints aboard for Mason Gray. Gray singled and scored in the first inning. Saints excited to have him back as their everyday shortstop. And the bases are loaded after Lanham plunks Mason Gray. So a meeting at the mound as Luke Wellborn prepares to step into the batter's box. Wellborn with the single in the first. Sharply lined to right field. Well, Lanham got the first two in this inning, but he's allowed 3 base runners since. The single to Riley Fitzgerald, the walk to Newland, and a hit by pitch to Mason Gray. Here's an 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Lanham gets out of the jam. Blake Bean leads things off in the third for the Bears. Bean grounded out to second his first time up.
I think he almost had it the first time.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Fisher coming back from
Yeah, it's not steady.
bouncer to Burke, and he'll make the play. So the batter is the catcher, Cole Stanford, who flew out to center field. Hard hit, and this one is off the fence. Newland plays it on a carom, but it'll be a double for Stanford. So here's Sal Caratado, who had the monster home run in the first, no doubt about it, to left center.
Yeah.
1-0's the count. Caratado takes a strike.
Filter like the other camera is.
2 balls and a strike. Now 3-1. Caricato from Long Island, New York. Preseason All-Conference and All-Southeast Region. Hit .369 a season ago. 11 home runs. And the count is full. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Fisher. Brings up Tyler McPeak, who walked his first time. Fisher coming back from Tommy John surgery. Fastball sits in the mid-80s. Good curveball, kind of a typical lefty. Hard to square up. Ground ball to third. Clapp goes to first with it, and that'll end the inning. So a double, but no harm done. Still 1-1. Bottom of the third, Taylor Clapp is the batter. Clapp struck out in the first inning. Figures to be the regular third baseman this year. No more Jaden Ward, who held down the position mostly for the last couple of seasons. A 1 pitch, popped sky high into foul territory, and it drifts out of play.
Swinging strike, the first one?
Called straight and then
Took me a while to figure that out.
0-2 pitch. Clapp lays off, checks his swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Saints open with 7 home games. That ball gets away from the catcher, but Stanford makes the play. That brings up Bryce Fitzgerald, who drove in the run back in the first inning with a double. Fouls back the first pitch.
There's a function button on the bottom right. And
Big cut. 0-2 to Fitzgerald.
we'll pull out screen. It wasn't focused, but it was like a brightness or something.
The 0-2. And Fitzgerald is dispatched on 3 pitches. Brings up Jesse Sullivan, who popped out to first his first time. Oh, and 2. Lenoir-Rhyne dugout. Pretty noisy. And check to swing. See some Lenoir-Rhyne fans made the trip down from North Carolina. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hard hit into the gap. And this is going to get down for extra bases as Sullivan digs for second. The first collegiate hit for Jesse Sullivan is a double and keeps the inning alive. Brings up Matthew Burke, strikeout victim in the second inning. I mentioned the homestand to begin, 4 against these Bears. Hopefully, Sunday might be in jeopardy because of the weather. And then 3 against St. Leo next weekend. Good competition in the non-conference schedule for Dave Barnett's club. He's hoping that'll help prepare the Saints for the Peach Belt schedule. Last year, Flagler was 17-27 overall, 12-15 in the league. So Burke's hit by a pitch, and the umpires come together, think to determine whether or not he was swinging when he was hit. If so, it'll be a strike. And no, it'll be a hit by a pitch. So 2 on with 2 outs, and the batter is Jackson Wentworth, the catcher. Saints like their depth at catcher with Wentworth. Griffin Garcia, the senior, can play multiple positions, including behind the plate. And they're going to say that he went around, so 0-2 to Wentworth. Jesse Sullivan also listed as a catcher, playing DH today. That one skips by, and both runners will move up 90 feet. So 2 Saints in scoring position with 2 outs. 1-2 the count to Wentworth. That one stays upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count runs full. Wentworth out of Kansas City, Missouri, and he strikes out. So the runners, the Saints put a couple on with 2 outs, but they can't bring him across. Still 1-1. Top of the 4th, 1-1. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Bears. First, it's Liskowski. First pitch swinging into foul territory, and that'll get into the Lenoir-Rhyne bullpen. Grounded to first. Wellborn will take it himself. That brings up Zach Evans.
Now batting for the Bears, the shortstop, number 20, Zach Evans.
Bears have left 3 on base through 3+ innings. Saints have left 7 on base so far. First pitch strike from Fisher. Fisher up to 51 pitches so far through 3 1/3. He's given up 3 hits, including the home run to Caricato. Saints have put up 5 hits. And Evans is aboard for the first time with a walk. Brings up Owen Blackledge, who singled back in the 2nd inning.
Flagler should be cooking there on the south line.
We beat them like 8-3 in the game before the Super Bowl. No, we beat them.
Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a strike.
Jordan texted me. She goes, I don't know how to score this. I'm like, what is it? They had a runner try to steal when our pitcher was in the circle.
Runner will break for second, and the throw will be late. Goes down as a wild pitch.
She is ruled out. How do I do? That's
2 balls and a strike with 1 out to Blackledge,
my assumption was one.
junior from Canton, Ohio.
Thought it was a pickup. I wasn't even really a pickoff. It's not caught stealing either. See something new every day. I could pose it to one of her friends. He goes, yeah, I just put down one unassisted. Put a comment after it.
Blackledge is a transfer from TCU, but there's no stats listed on his bio on the Lenoir-Rhyne website, so we presume he did not play for the Horned Frogs. Grounded to the right, knocked down by Burke, and there are 2 away. Brings up Stober, popped out to the shortstop his first time.
Jordan the same thing. I'm not sure. Don't hesitate to ask. That's how I learned. The old softball we used when I was at Florida.
Strike 1.
We could do a post game.
Stober, the center fielder. Good crowd here on a Friday evening for
And I was always
the season opener for Saints baseball.
it drove me nuts. So I asked my boss, and I go, how am I off? Like 7 outs.
Bounce to third. This could be trouble as Clapp let it go, hoping for it to roll foul. He was not going to have much of a chance at that one. And that brings in the run, so the Bears lead at 2-1.
So my boss says, well, how many strikeouts were there? 7. You know who the strikeout, or who the put out goes for the first strikeout. Catch it. I'm like, gotta be.
Here's Miller St. John showing bunt. They'll throw behind the runner at first. Stober had a big lead.
Felt like an idiot. I'm like, oh, that's our learning.
And now nearly a pickoff again with that large lead by Stober. Oh, 1 pitch pumped in by Fisher. Strike 3 as he paints the inside corner. But the Bears pick up a run and they lead it 2-1. Riley Fitzgerald will lead things off for the Saints here in the fourth inning, trailing 2-1. Fitzgerald, a redshirt freshman from Tavares, Florida. Fitzgerald also pitches. Had a 2.20 earned run average as a senior in high school. Once struck out 15 batters in a district semifinal game. One-two pitch. Bears picked up a run on the solo shot from Caricato in the first, and then picked up the go-ahead run on an infield single by Stober in the fourth. Back to the top of the order, and Trey Newland. Newland 0 for 1 with a walk. There's the 2-0. Flown to right field. Blackledge makes the catch. Brings up Mason Gray, who's been on twice today. He singled and scored in the first inning and was hit by a pitch in the second. Ball and a strike to Gray. Out 2-1.
Spark back.
2 years ago, Gray had 26 stolen bases in 31 attempts. He and his teammate Newland were going back and forth for the PBC lead. Last year, just 7 stolen bases in 11 attempts, as he only played in 26 games versus 47 in 2022. There's Luke Wellborn. Luke's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Good off-speed pitch from Lanham. Gray got a great break, but it's for naught as Wellborn goes down and ends the inning with the strikeout. 2-1, Lenoir-Rhyne. New pitcher for the Saints is number 28, Stephen Reese, junior from Green Cove Springs, not too far away from St. Augustine, a little west of here. Out of Clay High School. And a first pitch strike to Blake Bean. Ground ball. Gray behind the bag. And it is a hit. Brings up Stanford, the catcher, has a double today. He's 1 for 2. Bean looks ready to run. Two and 0 is the count to Stanford. And there's a strike, 2 and 1. Hard hit to left, and Newland's just going to stand and watch this one go over. Tape measure home run for Stanford, and it's 4 to 1. That brings up today's other home run hitter, Sal Caricato, who had the solo shot in the first. Two and 0 to Caricato. Three and 1. The line for Fisher, the starter today, 4 innings pitched. He allowed 4 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Caricato strikes out for the second consecutive at bat. Here's Tyler McPeak, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pops sky high into short right field. And coming on and making the catch is Riley Fitzgerald.
He is retired now, batting second baseman number 13, Cole Liskowski.
Here's Cole Liskowski, 0 for 2. Two and one. Reese had a good year a season ago, 18 relief appearances, 2-1 record with a save and a 2.74 earned run average. Struck out 17 in 23 innings of work.
Probably look better on here, but okay, this is the sign we need better lighting here.
And a strikeout, but damage is done in the form of a 2-run home run from Stanford, 4-1 Lenoir-Rhyne. Hard hit ball, and it's caught. That was Taylor Clapp lining out to Bean.
Make sure you take your chair down.
That brings up Bryce Fitzgerald. Double and RBI today. He's 1 for 2.
Okay. No. I can get you.
There's the 0-1.
Not gonna be able to see much.
1-2 is the count to Bryce Fitzgerald.
Go to flaglerathletics.com and go to live video.
And they're going to say Fitzgerald checked his swing.
Multimedia on live video. Just move over. Here you go. Should be coming.
Ground ball, base hit. Well, Fitzgerald's 2 for 3. So here's Jesse Sullivan. Sullivan got into one last time with a double up against the wall and left. Runner breaks. The throw goes into center field. Stolen base for Fitzgerald. So he's had quite the day. A double, an RBI. Now a single and a stolen base. The 1-1 fouled into the net. Lanham steps off.
Well, this is the last year we have these lights. It's going to be kind of like the softball.
Popped up. And it looks like Stanford's going to have a play on it, and he makes the catch. So that brings up Burke, who reached last time after he was hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1. Fly ball into short right field. Here comes Blackledge, and the inning is over. A hit, no runs. Saints continue to trail 4-1. Top of the 6th, it's a 4-1 game. First pitch swinging, Zach Evans. And a little bit of an adventure for Bryce Fitzgerald, but he makes the play. Here's Owen Blackledge, who's 1 for 2, single and a ground out today, the right fielder.
It's so bad. You can't see it either.
Apologize for our technical issues. Trying to work through these camera issues between innings. It's not quite this dark at Drysdale Field. One, two, stays off the plate. Two balls and two strikes. These teams will play 2 tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock. Hard hit to right field. And that is gone. The third home run of the game for the Bears. It's a solo shot this time from Owen Blackledge, and the score is 5-1. All the home runs have been no doubters. Caricato in the first, Stanford in the fifth, and now Blackledge. Here's Stober. 1 for 2, a single and a run batted in.
Now batting for the Bears, center fielder number 0, Bryce Stover.
Line drive, foul. Looking at the NCBWA Division II Top 25 preseason poll, not a single Peach Belt Conference team is in the top 25. This one flared out to Newland. Georgia Southwestern is receiving votes in the poll. They would be 27th.
Stover flies out, bringing up the third baseman number 3, Miller St. John.
This is Miller St. John. He's 0 for 2. And quickly behind 0 2. That one gets away from the catcher Wentworth.
Back to the top of the order for the Bears, left fielder number 23, Riley King.
So the inning continues, and the order turns over. It's Blake Bean, who's 1 for 3 today, single and a run scored. Peach Belt Conference preseason poll, the coaches poll, has Georgia Southwestern as the favorite over Columbus State. Flagler picked to be the 8th place team. Sharp single, and then it goes past Newland. So it's a hit and an error, and now the Saints are still chasing it around. So the result of the play is a couple of Bears are in scoring position now with 2 outs. And the batter's Stanford, who's had a big night, a double and a 2-run home run. Jeff Pelkey wants to talk to Reese. Gives us a chance to thank some of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including 93 King, alumni-owned 2-bedroom cottage just 53 steps from campus. Applebee's, there's no place like the neighborhood. Academy Bus, we know the way. A.D. Davis Construction, builders, developers, and contractors. Bailey Group, no matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. B&S Signs, quality signage and service. When it comes to signs, we do it all. Ameris Bank, savings for the expected or unexpected. Atlantic Dodge, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. Birchall & Company, find your home today. And Carmelo's, delivering old world quality. So Pelkey likely going over the game plan to deal with Stanford. He's done a lot of damage today. Reese has thrown 34 pitches in relief of Daniel Fisher. Nice block by Wentworth to keep the runners in their places. One-0 pitch hit hard into the gap in left center. Fitzgerald and Newland converging on it. And Newland make the catch. So the Saints get out of the jam, but they give up another home run, and they trail 5-1. New pitcher for the Bears is number 24, Gavin Marley, a redshirt sophomore from Hickory, so hometown product. 6'1", 190, right-hander. Jackson Wentworth hit by the pitch. Brings up Riley Fitzgerald, who has a single today. It's 1 for 2. Marley made 19 relief appearances last season, went 2-0 with 2 saves, a 1.16 earned run average. Struck out 23 batters in those 19 appearances and held opponents to a 139 batting average. Two and one is the count to Fitzgerald. That one scoots past the catcher Stanford and allows Wentworth to move up. 3-1 is the count. Saints trying to chip away at this 5-1 deficit. Chopper on the infield. The third baseman, St. John, will take it and make the play. Wentworth goes to third. And the order turns over for Trey Newland. Looking for his first hit today. He did reach on a walk in the second. Quickly 0-2 on Newland. Fights that one off. Checked his swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 looking. And there are 2 away here in the 6th. Here's Mason Gray, who's reached all 3 times he's come up. A single, a hit by a pitch, and a walk. Another chopper to third, another chance for St. John, and he makes the play. Well, the Saints leave a runner. They trail it 5-1. What did 5-1 is the score as we head to the 7th. This is Sal Caricato. Caricato with the solo home run back in the first. That hit him. So the leadoff batter is aboard, and that brings up Tyler McPeak. Still looking for his first hit, 0 for 2 with a walk.
Now batting first is number 35, Tyler McKee.
Saints have a lefty warming up in the pen. Too far for to see the number. Might be Stubbs, number 31.
Please return off all balls in the first base. I got you. This is getting darker.
Here's the 2-0, and that's high. 3 balls and no strikes. And he pumps in a strike to make it 3-1. Another hard hit ball, and this one will leave the park as well. 4 homers for the Bears. This one's a 2-run shot from McPeak. And a bust the game open now 7-1.
Pitcher.
Looks like we'll have a pitching change. We'll step aside for a moment, introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. Well, the new pitcher's number 33, Isaiah Wellman, junior transfer from Brunswick, Georgia, by way of South Georgia State College. Last year for the Hawks, he was 6-0 with a save and a 4.66 earned run average. Struck out 50 in 56 innings of work. Second team all-conference in the GCAA. Pitching in relief of Stephen Reese and Daniel Fisher. Book is closed on Fisher and Reese. Reese went 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned. Did not walk a batter, struck out 3. Batter is Cole Laskowski. And a ball and a strike. Foul tipped. Laskowski stays alive, still looking for his first hit. Seven runs on 8 hits for the Bears, no errors. 1 run on 6 hits for the Saints. They've committed 3 errors. And the count is run full.
Now batting for the Bears, shortstop, number 20, Zach Evans.
Brings up Zach Evans. Has a run scored today after walking back in the 4th. Saints a season ago, 18-30, 12-18 in the conference. They did not advance to the Peach Belt Conference tournament. Played well down the stretch. They were in the hunt for a tournament berth. In fact, if I remember correctly, they went into the final weekend of the season essentially needing to sweep Georgia Southwestern for a chance at a conference tournament berth, and they lost all 3. Count is 3-2 on Evans. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and there are 2 gone. I think we'll have a pinch hitter. This is number 4, Giovanni Wiggs. Batting for Blackledge. Blackledge was 2 for 3 in the game with a home run and a single. Two and 1 is the count. And he lost him. So Wiggs is aboard with a 2-out walk.
Wiggs draws the walk, brings up center fielder number 0, Bryce Stover.
Brings up Bryce Stober. Stover today, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Base hit into left. Looks like we'll have another change in the lineup, another pinch hitter. It's number 42, strides to the plate. It's Nathan Kidder, redshirt sophomore from Guilderland, New York.
Pinch hitting for the Bears, number 42, Nathan Kidder.
First pitch swinging, fouled off. Wentworth keeps that in front of him. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off, 2 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It started this week.
And a line drive, but right at Riley Fitzgerald, and that's the end of the inning. But the Bears tack on a couple more and lead it 7-1.
How many errors do you have?
Luke Wellborn leads things off for the Saints. Some defensive changes for the Bears. Garrett Sanders now at third base, replacing Miller St. John, who was pinch hit for. Kai Holiday takes over in left field. Giovanni Wiggs is in center. And a walk for Wellborn. And a visit from the pitching coach gives us a chance to thank some more of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including Carrabba's, so close you can taste it. South State Bank, welcome to banking forward. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Pizzali's Chianti Room for the true Italian food connoisseur. Capital Financial Strategies, a full-service financial company serving North Florida and South Georgia. Caldwell Banker Premier Realty, fulfilling the dream of home since 1906. And Evans Automotive, quality work at a fair price. So again, looking ahead to the schedule for the Saints, 2 more with Lenoir-Rhyne starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Hoping to get in the 4th game of the series on Sunday. We've got weather expected, heavy weather. And then 3 games against St. Leo, a good team out of the Sunshine State Conference. Starting on Friday at 6 p.m. Doubleheader following on Saturday. Here's Taylor Clapp. Oh, and 2. That one blocked by Stanford. Gavin Marley's the second pitcher of the game for the Bears. Popped up in short left field. The shortstop will take it. Evans puts it away. Brings up Bryce Fitzgerald. Had a nice day today. 2 for 3, a single, a double, an RBI, and a stolen base. Big cut. It's 1 and 2. And Fitzgerald is retired on strikes. That brings up Jesse Sullivan. Had a double back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 3. Here's the 0-2. Saints' lone run came back in the first inning. And Bryce Fitzgerald plated Mason Gray with a double. Nice play by Stanford there. Strikeout ends the inning. Saints leave a man. They trail 7-1. Hey, John, Mike. Top of the 8-7-1 Lenoir-Rhyne. Kai Holiday, who came in as a defensive replacement last inning, leads off. Line drive into center, gets down for a base hit. There's Cole Stanford. 2 for 4 today, a double, a home run, couple runs batted in. Nearly had Holiday leading the wrong way. Bears got 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh to lead at 7-1. Saints keeping a close eye on Holiday at first. Ground ball, and they won't be able to get the Speedy Holiday head broke for on the pitch, but they do get the batter, Stanford. Brings up Caratado, who was one of the 4 home runs today. Had the first one back in the first inning, a solo shot. One ball and one strike. Two and two. Big cut from Caratado. Popped up in the foul territory. Wellborn drifts over and makes the catch. That brings up Tyler McPeak, who had the 2-run home run in the last inning. It's 1 for 3 today.
He's going to kill me because it's by some stupid easy setting. Yeah. We haven't had a night game with that camera yet.
So it looks like they're going to intentionally walk McPeak and get to Liskowski, who's hitless today with 3 strikeouts. Also puts the force in order at every bag. Ground ball to Gray at short. He goes the short way to second, and that ends the inning. So a clean inning for Flagler defensively. They still trail at 7-1. Matthew Burke leads it off here in the Flagler 8th. New pitcher for the Bears, number 15, Kellen Gradisar. Right back to the pitcher. Brings up Jackson Wentworth. Was hit by a pitch last time. He's 0 for 2. Gradisar pitching in his first collegiate game. He's a true freshman out of Texas. 6 feet, 160. It's Wellborn to wave at that one. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a little reaches out and pokes it into left center for a hit. Here's Riley Fitzgerald, 1 for 3 today. Pinch runner for the Saints. It's number 8, Will Taylor. One ball, or 0-2, excuse me, to Riley Fitzgerald. And he's down on strikes, 2 away here in the Flagler 8th. Back to the top of the order, Trey Newland. Still looking for his first hit. He does have a walk today. Also a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Newland ahead in the count, 2-0.
No idea what cold is.
Little chopper down the third baseline, and there won't even be a throw. Newland earns his first hit with the infield single. Mason Gray is the batter. Gray scored the only run of the day for the Saints back in the first inning after he singled. Bryce Fitzgerald drove him home with a double. And a base hit. They're going to send Taylor, and the Saints have their second run of the game on the base hit from Mason Gray. That brings up Luke Wellborn, who 1 for 3, single and a walk. Off-speed strike makes it 1-2 with 2 outs. Gray breaks for second, and then Newland gets caught in a pickle. And Newland's able to get back in as Holiday dropped the ball. The left fielder came all the way in to get involved with the pickle, and he dropped it. So Gray picks up the stolen base. Chance to thank more of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including Vested Metals. We are a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier. UBS Financial, pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. And Sniffen and Spellman, PA, a full-service law firm representing clients statewide. And Wellborn strikes out. The Saints pick up a run. They still trail at 7-2. There have now been 23 runners left on base. Zach Evans leads things off for the Bears here in the ninth. Griffin Garcia takes over behind the plate. Evans still looking for his first hit. Does have a walk and a run scored. Heading the account 3-0. Leadoff man is aboard here in the ninth. After Evans draws the walk. This is Wiggs.
Now batting for the Bears, number 4, center fielder Joel Wiggs.
Griffin Garcia and his brother Donovan, both seniors. Donovan had that outstanding freshman campaign. Now slated as and into a super utility type role, can play a number of positions. So can Griffin. Griffin plays in the outfield as well as at catcher.
One of the soccer team was practicing, and they turned the lights off, the wrong lights off. They turned the lights off the baseball field while you had a game going on.
Another 3-0 count. Ground ball. Clap goes to second for one, and then ball gets away from Wellburn at first.
Now batting for the Bears, number 17, Alex Rich.
This is Alex Rich batting, number 17. Batting for Stober. Fly ball to right. Charging hard is Riley Fitzgerald, and he makes the catch.
The third baseman, Salmon. Number 2.
Now batting for the Bears, third baseman, number 2, Garrett Sanger.
This is Garrett Sanner. third baseman. Shows bunt. Saints expecting to start Cooper Smith on the mound tomorrow, right-handed pitcher, transfer from junior college.
God, it's 7-2.
You say 2-2.
2-2 is the count.
When did that happen? I think he just stood up on
This one falls harmlessly in foul territory.
I'll get a full count.
That's what I had before. You put up 2-2.
He put
He put up 2-2.
put up twos, no?
He called it a ball and then put up 2 twos.
Yeah.
So it went 3-1. We'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. He figured the strike zone would be a little bit bigger just so he could get out of here.
Little chopper handled by Clapp. Nice defensive play. Taylor Clapp, and the Saints retire the Bears here in the ninth. Last up for Flagler coming up. Fourth pitcher of the game for the Bears is number 41, Donnie Cancella. He's a redshirt sophomore, 6 feet, 180, righty out of Guilderland, New York. Taylor Clapp is the batter. It will be Clapp, Bryce Fitzgerald, and Jesse Sullivan due up.
If Jesse gets up, it's going to be Kevin Wisconsin.
3-0 the count to Clapp, who's 0 for 4 today. And he'll take the walk. No, the leadoff man is aboard. Here's Bryce Fitzgerald, who has a single, a double, and an RBI. Fitzgerald in an 0-2 hole. And he's gone on strikes. One away here in the Flagler ninth. This is Kevin Rizkazi, excuse me. Rizkazi pinch hitting for Sullivan. Rizkazi is a redshirt freshman from Fort Myers. Payoff pitch, and Rizkazi walks. There's Matthew Burke. Burke is hitless today. Little tapper back to the pitcher. And there are two gone here in the ninth. So that brings up Griffin Garcia. Teams have combined to leave 24 runners on base. 13 for the Saints, 11 for the Bears. Saints down to their last strike. now 2-2. Nice take by Garcia. Sharply grounded, but right to the first baseman, McPeak, and that will do it. 7-2, the Bears win the opener for both teams. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. For our producer, Laurel Plexico, and our sports information director, John Jordan, I'm Dave Winda. Thanks for joining us. The final, again, Lenoir-Rhyne 7, Flagler 2.